Thank you, thank you. It's an honor to be here today. You know, when I first heard about this thing called stand-up comedy, I was skeptical. But then I realized, hey, I've been standing up for my country for years. Why not give it a shot? You know, when I was crossing the Delaware River, I couldn't help but think, I hope this boat isn't made by the same guys who made the Titanic. Who's ready for this new government? We've got more politicians than fleas on a hound dog, and they argue more than a bunch of drunken sailors. But hey, at least we don't have a king, unless you count my wife, of course. Speaking of kings, did you hear about the one who was so rich he had a solid gold toilet? That's right, he put his money where his crap is. But seriously, can you imagine having a throne made of gold? It's like saying, look at me, I'm so rich, even my poop is fancy. And what's the deal with powdered wigs? I mean, who decided that was a good look? I feel like I'm wearing a poodle on my head. People always ask me, George, why do you wear a wig? Are you bald? And I'm like, no, I just like the feeling of having a small animal on my head. And what's with these newfangled tea parties the young folks are throwing nowadays? In my day, tea was a symbol of refined conversation and good manners. But now, it's just a bunch of ruffians dressed up like Mohawk Indians chucking tea into the harbor like it's going out of style. At least they're not wasting coffee, am I right? And let's talk about horses. I mean, I love riding as much as the next guy, but have you ever tried to ride a horse after a night of heavy drinking? It's like trying to dance with a partner who has a mind of their own. And don't even get me started on parallel parking a horse while drunk. You might as well just call it a night and sleep on the horse's back. Speaking of new inventions, have you heard about this thing called the telephone? Apparently you can talk to someone on the other side of the world with it. Can you imagine? I mean, I can barely get a message to my neighbor without having to send a messenger on horseback. But you know what really grinds my gears? When people come up to me and ask, George, what's it like being the father of our country? I mean, come on, people, I didn't even get a Father's Day card out of it. And let's be honest, being a father is hard enough. Imagine having to deal with 13 colonies all at once. It's like having a bunch of unruly children who all think they know better than you. And don't even get me started on the temper tantrums that went down during the Revolutionary War. I swear, if I had $1 for every time someone threw a tea party without me, I'd be a rich man. But seriously, folks, I'm honored to be here tonight. It's not every day you get to perform for a live audience, unless you count all those times I rallied the troops during the war. But that was a different kind of performance. You know what they say, war is hell, but comedy, that's the real battlefield.